Hey everybody, it's Jason Blaha here, and once again it's time for a coffee chat. People seem to like these. All right, there's my forearms, getting leaner, the cut's going good. Still sitting around 217, 218. I'm thinking I may go ahead and drop down to about 200. I said I was going to get to 210 and assess, but I can already tell probably better overall if I just drop down closer to 200 pounds, work on staying as strong and getting as much muscle as I can in between, maintaining lean body mass, but it'd probably be good. I'm not sure on that yet, but that's kind of the direction we're going. All right. So I came across some stuff yesterday, and it just comes through my feed. Man, the jokes just write themselves. People who saw the Instagram, they saw me put that up. But, gave Callie a little bit of a hard time. He was talking about they're poisonous, and he made a video talking about supplements with high fructose corn syrup and table sugar in them. I saw a little clip. It just comes through the feed automatically, and you can see the subtitles. So, it's just right there. You don't got to really listen. But I saw that. And as much as I am going to say there's some hypocrisy, does that matter? In other words, is a message not true because of the person saying it? Right? Meaning just because someone's a hypocrite and a con man or whatever else, it doesn't mean that something they said is not true. It doesn't mean that they're incapable of making a valid point. People forget this stuff. They forget this stuff. They forget these things. That's part of the problem is that the industry relies upon that. People will tell you a couple truths in one area, then they con you. It's like, well, because this guy, he tells the truth, so, therefore then you're going to believe everything he says. Well, that's a standard con in this industry. Tell some big truths about some stuff in the gear world and just scam people. It'd be the same thing with someone like him who does hustle, really. There's some hypocrisy, but does that mean that when he calls something that's verifiable true, that it's not? That's not how it works. Like, you have to look at that and say that. We called him on that. Now, that being said, I did give a post, give him a hard time about... He's talking about they're poisoning humanity, and it's going back to certain foods. But he sells cookies for a living. Owns a cookie company with the excuse of, well, I already owned the company when I came to this epiphany. So it's kind of like, I'm just going to continue to profit off of the very thing that I'm calling out the rest of the world on, but I'm just going to make money doing it while denouncing it. It's like, okay, all right. But... picked up all these protein bars. I saw him going down the road. He's reading them from these major companies. High fructose corn syrup. And all these protein bars right there on the shelf. Kind of raises the question of, supplement industry care about your health? Because, I'll be the first to say that, look, it's one thing to have a cheat day, a cheat meal, have some dessert. I would never tell anybody to never have an occasional cheat meal. Okay, that's ridiculous. A cheat meal every now and then, a treat, a dessert every now and then is not going to hurt anybody. It's not going to hurt your health, not really going to hurt your body fat. It's not a problem. It's the habitual intake. So let's come over to that. Yeah, eating high fructose corn syrup every day. So if you're having these protein bars every day, well, that isn't healthy. That's not good. I always tell people there are foods we should moderate, right? To some extent, saturated fat should be moderated. It doesn't mean it needs to be zero. Really refined carbohydrates of that type should be moderated. But something like high fructose corn syrup, other than as an occasional treat and a dessert, is really not something you should be consuming on a daily basis. It really is not. So then these fitness-related companies who are literally putting it in a product, instead of saying, okay, we could put an artificial sweetener in there, no, they're going to put that's the ultra-sweet thing, the high fructose corn syrup, same thing as in your soda. They're going to add it to these protein bars. Here's the thing. People are eating the protein bars to get more protein, but when you look at what's in them, are they really a great protein source? No, I mean, protein shakes are, because they're mostly protein. Almost any decent shake you find out there is going to be 90% protein by calorie, approximately. Some cases it's more, but they're going to be close to that. These bars are rarely anywhere near that. They're always full of sugars, they're always full of a lot of fat. Almost all of them. And they don't even taste that good. People say, well, if you're on the go, well, look, this is something I did. I used to spend a lot of time in airports for a while. I was traveling a lot. When I used to take all those deloads off from my vlogs, I was traveling. I figured this out even there really quickly. Look, you don't need these protein bars. Just get the chicken salad, right? Unless you're at hours to where nothing's open and then you got to do the machines or whatever. Get chicken salad. They sell protein shake. You could literally walk into some of the stores, even in an airport. You can grab a protein shake and a chicken salad. It was not that difficult. So this is absurd. And these are such a major product, and they're not even that great of a protein source. They really are not. There's other stuff you can get right off the shelf, just as convenient. And it's easier today because people are a little more health conscious. They're quick convenience proteins you can grab. But these companies are doing this, and this is just one example of just selling you crap. Selling you crap. And that's the point I could make. Okay, so he's selling these cookies, which are clearly not good for you. Are they that much worse than these protein bars? Maybe, quantitatively, but is the idea the same? I mean, based on principle, if a person were to take one of his cookies and drop it in a protein shake, would that be better than that protein bar? It might actually be, just in terms of breakdown of the food. You see where we're going here? This is a problem. He isn't wrong in calling them out. So, what's with these companies, again, pretending to care about your health, care about your fitness, and they're dumping crap like this in the products they sell. And then, of course, it's, but people are going to want the protein bars, so we have to keep up with demand. I mean, the customer demands it. But your industry is the one who created these things to begin with. How about if people just stop buying them? There's your solution. And how about the influencers quit pimping them and promoting them? Quit promoting this nonsense. And then people will quit buying it. Y'all are the advertising arm. Us who put out content are the advertising arm for these companies. We are. And it's that simple. All right, guys, but that's really all I have to say on that today. I hope it's been informative, and I'll talk to you guys next time.